wala silang matutunan after a year, I failed as a teacher.
What started your journey as a teacher?
Never really imagined of teaching. Parang hindi ko na-imagine na teacher ako. Pero we were also doing parang outreaches for Batit Anay before. So we were actually teaching kids. Siguro dun lang medyo nabago siya na, uy, gusto ko din pala talaga magturo.
So,
Oo, gusto ko pala talaga siyang gawin. Kung sa teaching 16 years, sa hosting, I've been hosting for 19 years already. So yung first hosting gig ko, I had no clue. Siyempre, alam mo na yun, part yun ng program. Pero yung depth, yung relevance yung ginagawa, wala pa talaga siya. A very big misconception about being a host. Akala nila, pag magaling ka lang magsalita, you can be a host. Pwede ka nang ilagay sa stage, tapos bigyan ng script, tapos mag-host ka dyan. Hosting is more than just being good at public speaking. Ibang skill set siya.
I've seen personally your content online. Can you tell us the story behind it?
Breather ko na lang siya actually. Parang so if I have time, I'm gonna do it kasi it's something different. I'm not into kasi I don't like routines a lot. So I need something to cut the routines of life. Si Kaina Station naman, I started it back in 2020 during the pandemic. Ang main goal niya is to not do dole outs. We're often told to just be good at one thing. To just have one personality, to just have one identity. Some people tell me that I spread myself so thinly all over the place. You can have different identities and it doesn't even mean that we're faking the other one.
Okay, so good afternoon everyone. Welcome to Showroom. It's it's Sunday afternoon. Welcome to 4700 podcast. We are with the usual
Carl.
Kenneth.
Kenneth, and we have a special guest this afternoon. I will let her introduce herself. Pinasa sa kanya ang In any case, because she's later you'll find out why, because I feel like I'm not the right person to introduce her. Yeah. Welcome, Miss Ma'am Chris.
And so, hi everyone. My name is Akis. Some call me host Akis. Ang iba naman teacher Akis or Ma'am Akis. But my name is Mary Chris Di Galavendo. Hi everyone.
Welcome to 4700, Ma'am Chris.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome.
Carl? First question. Anong gusto nating malaman kay Ma'am?
Initially, nung we first introduced Ma'am Marie Chris, but when we were talking before,
Yeah.
syempre, we had to do research a lot, di ba? Pero most na nakikita ko sa hosting services is like yung mga content na you keep producing on your page. Diba? We know that you're a teacher for how long already?
Since 2009. So, 16 years na po.
Years.
Wow.
Oo.
16. 4 more years. Entitled ka na sa?
Pwede
Talaga.
na mag-early
pension.
retirement.
Early retirement.
Ba? Early retirement.
What started your journey as a teacher and why Sorsogon and you're teaching high school?
Yes po, senior high school sa SNHS. Alright. So, yun, siguro back siguro in high school, I never really imagined of teaching. Parang hindi ko na-imagine na teacher ako. In fact, parang we had this mini survey thing. Parang may mini research kaming ginawa kung anong gusto mo maging when you're in college or after college. I never placed there that I was gonna be a teacher or kung ano pa man. I wanted to be a reporter talaga. Broadcaster, tipong ganon. Kasi I'm into journalism, tapos I do public speaking since high school. So wala talaga sa isip ko na maging teacher. Now, paano ako napasok sa teaching at private education ang kinuha kong kurso? Kasi hindi ako nag-take ng kahit anong entrance exam for college.
My God, I can relate.
So, yeah, so wala akong tinake na entrance exam and I graduated from Sorsogon State College noon, SSU ngayon, Laboratory High School. So, the good thing is, pag graduate ka ng SSC Lab High, automatic, pwede kang kunin sa
absorb.
You don't have to take, yung entrance exam.
Okay, so you felt secure.
Mabuti na lang. So, since parang walang ibang course nearest to what I really prefer na broadcasting, parang malapit is major in English. So, I took education major in English. So, ayun, pero yun nga, parang all throughout the journey, siguro college journey, hindi ko talaga din na-imagine ang sarili ko na teaching until siguro we were in third year college. Kasi pag third year college, syempre, other than meron ng mga, ang tawag dyan, yung nasa parang practicum
Practicum.
na kayo. Pero we were also doing parang outreaches for Batit Anay before. So we were actually teaching kids. Siguro dun lang medyo nabago siya na, uy, gusto ko din pala talaga magturo.
Sure.
Oo, gusto ko pala talaga siyang gawin. So, ayun, I graduated na BSED English nga for education. And then right after graduation, as in right after March graduation, April, I had my first job at the Lewis College as a high
TLC.
school teacher, TLC. So, from then on, I was really teaching na. So, walang pahinga. After graduation, teacher na agad ako. So, hanggang ngayon.
Ang galing, di ba? Para sa amin before, parang may may gap year kami. May gap year kasi hindi pa kapaghanap ng trabaho dati. So, you had the like you started in TLC already.
Opo.
So, bakit TLC pa? Ba't hindi ka napunta walang nag-scout sa'yo sa National High School or SSC?
Kasi pag fresh grad, 'di ba wala pa akong license talaga. So, good thing before, yung mga private schools, they
Private pa nga
accept
pala.
kahit wala ka pang license.
Ganun.
That's why.
So you're already teaching while you're reviewing for the licensure?
I did not review.
Wow.
I did not review because it took me 2 more years before I took my lead.
Okay.
Nung I was already teaching, I guess, before I taught sa Sorsogon State College kasi nagturo ako sa SSC. So, sabi ko, ay, gusto ko magturo sa SSC. So, syempre, hindi ako makakapasok as a teacher if wala akong licensure, yun nga, wala akong license. So, ayun, nag-take ako ng license 2 years after. Gap lang sa Tapos boso talaga siya.
So, now you've been teaching for the past 16 years.
Mhm.
If there's anything that you want to share or recall which you find core memory as a teacher.
Core memory.
Kasi kanina you've already mentioned the reason why you fell in love is back when you were in your third year college, then you realized na this is something na I can do naman pala as a profession. And you find na you're attached to it. Parang kakaroon siya ng meaning eventually.
Totoo. Actually, parang if I think of it, parang I never imagined myself doing any other thing. Parang walang ibang trabaho na naisip kong sarili ko na ginagawa is in yung actual job other than teaching. If ever umalis ako sa teaching, even, yung teaching job talaga, I still feel that I would still be doing it.
Yeah.
Parang, ayun. Pero kung sa core memory, the thing with teaching is that you get to be with different students every year. So, mahirap identify ng iisang core memory. Kasi every year, it's with a different set of kids and you develop or you create a different set of memory. Parang ganun.
Yeah.
Pero siguro if there's something na I will always take with me siguro, first year of teaching talaga.
Okay.
Kasi parang that's a time na magdi-detach ka doon sa puro concepts. Kasi I was really very idealistic. Hanggang ngayon, very idealistic pa din ako. Pero syempre, pag fresh grad ka, alam mo yung bit-bit mo lahat ng concepts, nung
Theories, di ba?
theories na bit-bit mo. And then, here comes real life. And alam naman natin, usually pag private schools, di ba may different culture siya. Kasi parang I grew up studying, hindi naman sa private school. So, hindi ko alam kung anong sistema sa private school. So, when I entered my first teaching job, it was really shocked. And I would really cry na, have I done not enough?
Ano yun? Parang crying out of frustration?
Siguro dun sa yun nga, na parang, have I done not enough? Have I done, parang hindi ba enough
Oo.
yung ginagawa ko? I'm already pouring things out, alam mo yun, pinupour out ko naman lahat.
100%.
Nag-effort ako. Yeah, because I used to have students na Japanese, na as in, walang knowledge ng English or Filipino, and they were in my class. So feeling ko, since English teacher ako, hindi pwedeng wala akong gawin.
Yeah.
If wala silang matutunan after a year, I failed as a teacher. So nag-aral ako ng basic Japanese.
Wow.
And I really created a different set of activities for them. I had another student in another class na I thought all along Dutch. Kasi puro A, E, alam mo yun, vowels. Only to find out na the kid had autism. And she was already in high school. And kaya lang siya nandun to socialize.
Okay.
Pero same,
Mm.
if you're a teacher,
Oh, it's a totally different
it's a
approach.
crime na walang natutunan o hindi mo lang siya papansinin. So I also had
Yeah.
to do a different set of activities. Nag-start kami sa pag-kinder
Yeah.
na phonics, etc. So very, yan talaga yung tumatak sa akin kung paano i-translate yung lahat na natutunan mo na theories into real life.
Yeah. I can imagine, no? Kasi it's your first year of
Totoo.
practice. Oh, mix of emotion siya. Yung excited ka at the same time you feel frustrated
Totoo.
because why is it not translating to how you want it to
Oo.
be? And then eventually, magpe-present na mga bagong scenarios na, hala, hindi naman to plano.
Hindi naman ito tinuro sa
Oo.
amin.
Oo.
Hindi to part ng usapan.
Oh,
something to that
I did
effect.
not sign up for
I
this.
didn't sign up for this. But then eventually, you see yourself parang adapting to the ever-changing field ng education. You mentioned you're also interested mainly or initially sa pagiging broadcaster, anything
Mm.
that's related to communication, which is a majority part of becoming a teacher. You need to communicate.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, you also ventured or somewhat parang part-time mo on the side, you also do hosting gigs.
Yes po, yes.
That's actually where I've come to know you.
Mm.
Not as a teacher.
Kilala mo si host Akis, hindi mo
Oo.
kilala si teacher
Yes.
Akis.
Mas na-introduce ko yun sa akin first hand before ko nalaman na you're a teacher. When I saw you dun sa concert ng isang local artist, Filipino local artist celebrity, nakalimutan ko yung artist na to. Pero you were there, you're the one who's hyping the people, ikaw yung nag-introduce ng artist. Sabi ko, ay, host pala si Akis. And then, later on, I realized naman na, ala, teacher pala siya. So, which is which? Pinapano niya. And then later on, I also heard about your stint with TEDx. So, before we move on to that, tell us also about your career as a host.
Sa hosting naman actually, I started hosting, siguro hindi pa professionally, in college din.
Okay.
With Sir Glenn. So sabay
Our
kami ni
friend.
Sir Glenn, yes, sabay kami ni
Habang
Sir
college ka
Glenn.
na nun mo.
Yeah.
Opo, sa college. Kasi, since first year college until fourth year college, we were hosting Miss NSTP and Mr. and Miss Intrams. So, ayun. I think yun na din siya. Doon talaga nagsimula. So, we've been hosting from first year to fourth year. Tapos, right after graduation, syempre, pag teacher ka, na tatap ka, mag-MC sa ganitong event, mag-MC sa ganyang event. So, hindi pa yun talaga paid. Until finally, meron na mga tumatawag, tapos, uy, pwede ka, I started with weddings. Yung
Weddings talaga.
paid na
Ito na
talaga.
yung outside the university, no?
Yung paid talaga, I started with weddings. Tapos, ayun, may mga referral, hanggang sa, here we are now.
Can you take us back to your very first, or if you can still remember, your first gig as the host? Na paid.
Yung paid.
First wedding.
So, siguro it was a bit difficult during that time kasi nung time na yun, I wasn't married yet.
Okay.
And for me, di ba, if it's a wedding,
Oo, medyo intimate.
somehow, dapat may, alam mo yun, romantic
knowledge
ka.
ka.
Hindi naman romantic ka, pero, ano mo yun, so dapat
yung
ka.
Topic about love.
Oo,
Yeah,
dapat
we have to
may
touch
About
ganun.
partnerships.
So,
Tapos,
medyo mahirap siya. But at the same time, di ba, how do you process yung mga pinagsasabi nila when it comes to,
Yeah.
you
Yung mga
forever?
side comment mo.
Oo.
Yeah.
So, mahirap mag-come up with spills.
Oo.
Like, I did not really understand cake cutting. It was just part of the ceremony. Wine toasting was just part of the ceremony.
Yeah.
So, when I was young, parte lang talaga siya ng ceremony. Until
You're
siguro,
doing it as
oo, I mean, yun, part siya ng ceremony. Pero eventually, once you get exposed to it over and over again, kasi kung sa teaching 16 years, sa hosting, I've been hosting for 19 years already. Pag in-include mo yung
college.
diba, yung college experience ko.
program.
So, mas matagal akong host kaysa teacher actually. So, yun nga, pag sa wedding ngayon, iba na yung insight sa akin when we talk of cake cutting.
Okay.
It's more special now.
Okay.
So, yung first hosting gig ko, I had no clue. I mean, syempre, alam mo na yung part yun ng program. Pero yung depth, yung
Yes.
relevance yung ginagawa, wala pa talaga siya.
Okay. This is also the first time na learning, no? Na kailangan
Oo.
pala talagang Parang better if you find a host na somewhat can relate to the
Tama.
event.
That's something siguro that's a very big misconception about being a host.
Oo.
Akala nila pag magaling ka lang magsalita, you can be a host.
Mm.
Pwede ka nang ilagay sa stage,
Yeah.
tapos bigyan ng script, tapos
Makes
mag-host ka
sense.
dyan. Hosting is more than just being good at public speaking.
Mhm.
Ibang skill set siya.
May preparation din, di ba? May research
Yeah.
Sobrang ibang skill set siya.
Yeah. Kasi it would be more parang relatable yung nagsasalita in front and more real. Medyo mas
Mm.
sincere yung approach
Totoo,
niya.
totoo.
Oo, yung sincerity nandun. Yung authenticity pa.
Yeah.
Oo nga, ngayon ko lang siya naisip. Hindi
Oo.
ko thought about that. Kaya kung kukuha kayo ng mga host,
Ganun.
di ba find someone na you think can relate to what's happening dun sa event?
How do you usually like prepare for like an event? Like, anong ginagawa mo? Like, you do your research, you talk to the couple.
Yeah.
Gumagawa ka ba ng mga document? Ano bang?
Of course, very important sa akin halimbawa, if it's a wedding, you really have to talk to the couple. Kung
Really?
kaya naman na makausap ang couple, siya talaga ang best. Kasi you get to understand their love story.
Story. So,
Yung story nila, how they got together, ano nakarating sa punto na gusto nyo magpakasal. So, kailangan mo siyang maintindihan. So, when you do your spills, I don't do scripts kasi I only do parang outline lang ng kung
Outline
ano
lang.
sunod-sunod. Yun lang ang ginagawa ko. Pero, yung spills, inaaral ko siya. Depende sa kung anong klase ang couple.
Mm.
So, kung hindi ko sila nakakausap, medyo mas mahirap pag hindi nakakausap ang
Tama.
couple kasi nga hindi mo sila kilala, hindi mo alam kung how they got together, etc. Kailangan mo makiramdam during the actual event,
Yeah.
during the actual moment. So, ayun. So, that's one preparation. As much as possible, you really have to talk to the couple, interview them a bit, or especially discuss yung timeline mo, yung program flow mo. At least, alam nila kung anong mangyari during their own weddings.
Correct.
Hindi yung nabulaga lang sila na, uy, may ganito pala,
Oo.
sasayaw pala, or whatever. So, ayun, I discuss syempre yung program flow namin and do necessary adjustments kung kinakailangan.
Depende sa preference nila.
Yes po,
Yeah.
opo. Kasi di
Later.
naman lahat, gusto yung may ganito.
Yeah.
Ang iba, very short lang.
Tanggal na yung
Ang iba, may gusto may mga dagdag sa mga. So,
Yeah.
ayun, very important siya. Tapos at the same time, ngayon, I'm really practicing yung nagko-contract na din. So,
Oh, yeah.
clear sa part ko,
Yung
yung
deliverables.
deliverables
Super
ko,
important.
clear din sa kanila kung ano lang yung deliverables ko. So,
Yes.
ayun.
Good that you mentioned
Oo.
that. Kasi I think not everyone is doing it.
Mhm.
So,
Kahit sa business naman, di ba? Super important ng contracts. Kasi
Yeah,
parang yung clear yung deliverables nyo, di ba? Yung clear yung expectation.
correct.
Tapos, mababawasan yung additional request, di ba? Or kumbaga, kahit
Yeah.
saan naman, di ba? Na feel.
You set boundaries.
Yeah,
kumbaga.
exactly.
Kasi kung what you only deliver are goods, it's easy to put it on paper.
Mm.
Pero kung services, mahirap nga
Yeah,
siya
opo,
i-identify. So, good na you write it down.
Yeah.
And then you make a contract para both parties agree on the terms.
Pero mind you, it also took me years to realize that.
Diba?
Kasi before, talagang, either of course, you have your coordinators na on call ka lang din naman. So, minsan wala na din talagang
Yes.
contract. Tapos before, hindi naman ganun talaga siya ka-regard. Pero ngayon, kahit nga when I teach yung mga young na
Tama.
mga hosts, talagang pinupuntasan ko, you need your contract.
Yes. It's
Mhm.
good. It's really good that you mentioned that.
Yes.
Guys, very important ha.
Tingin ko kasi parang itong mga stuff na to, parang hindi naman siya naturo before nung college, di ba? Yung mga paggawa ng contract,
Yeah.
mga gawa ng ganito. Pero, di ko alam, siguro sa business schools.
So I feel like naturo siya, but yung
Pinapayawan,
importance,
oo.
hindi lang siya na
Yung practical
pa-practice.
applications.
Oo, in the real world. Kumbaga, nasa theory siya, pero in practice, absent siya.
Hindi natin alam kung saan
But
ipapasok.
right now, since you've been in the industry for now a number of years na, you realize how important.
Yes.
Did something happen ba?
Ay, wala naman talaga
Okay.
actually, wala naman. Pero, yun lang din, siguro over time, you also learn certain things. Tapos, syempre, i-incorporate mo yun
Yes.
kung anong ginagawa yun. Kung gusto mo pa magtagal sa industriya, kailangan you know how to protect yourself and to also protect your clients. Importante.
Right.
And it goes both ways kasi parang protection din siya sa client tapos sa'yo din. Di ba? Usually, like, sa trabaho, minsan, parang big red flag pag yung tao ayaw din ng contract. Kasi bakit, 'di ba? Parang either
Correct.
as an employer or as an employee or kung ano man na capacity, super important ang contracts. Paano ka nag-come up ng mga contracts na gano'n? May
Hmm,
nag-copy ka or nag-iterate ka na lang or
nag-create ako ng sarili ko. May siyempre nakakapag-check naman iba
oo,
ng mga parang ready-made na contracts. Pero sa akin, I personalize my own contract.
contract
So, depende din sa kung ano talagang ide-deliver ko.
para itemize ano? Kasi 'di ba usually may mga host na ina-ask na may song, 'di ba may mga gano'n, eh.
May gano'n, may gano'n.
Gano'n ka na ba mamaya parang kumakanta,
Hindi
'di
po
ba?
ako
Very
kumakanta.
pro
Or
ka.
ano ba, sumasayaw
Hindi po
mga
ako
gano'n.
kumakanta at sumasayaw sa aking event.
Si Glenn, wow.
Hi, Glenn.
Glenn.
Singing host ba kasi, yeah.
Okay, so now we've talked about you as a host, as a teacher. We're also learning just recently. Actually, hindi to recent eh. I think you've been doing this for a while na. Neto lang talaga. You've been doing it quite a lot. More than the usual. That's why.
Forward siguro ako.
Hindi, seriously, Ma'am Chris. That's why uh, you caught our attention. Kasi I've seen personally your content online. Although you say it's just your personal account. But I see a very huge potential. Carl, have you seen some of the videos already?
Mga
Kasi
Meron pa din ng
she tries to help or promote local businesses. At the same time, sabi niya, she's just doing it for fun.
actually maganda.
Right
Maganda naman.
now, I mean, can you tell us the story behind it? Oo.
Wait lang, isipin ko. Actually, yung recent, yung very first na ginawa kong VOVO or whatever you call it,
Oo.
is for yung Oasis Funeral Home. Oo.
Pala.
Buti na lang hindi po nagsend ang Oasis ng kabaong para i-try ko. Review. Ayan. Pero I was doing it for a friend.
Oh.
Bakit ba siya nag-start? Because I posted my TikTok yung Nothing Beats a Jet to
Okay.
Holiday.
Okay. So,
I posted yung
voice over.
yung mga voice over challenge because I could not sleep.
Mhm.
So, di ba madaming voice over challenges sa TikTok? So,
Yeah.
napuno ang ang timeline
Yeah.
ko ng voice over challenge.
Okay.
Then I had yung friend na yon who owns this funeral home na, uy, gawan mo si si Oasis Funeral Home, ganito, ganyan.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, okay. So, dahil marami akong oras, ginawan ko siya ng
Voice
parang voice over. Tapos, from then on, ang dami nagme-message, "Ma'am, pwede mo gawan din si ganito?" Okay, gawan din si ganito, gawan din si tapos, bigla na lang, "Uy, magpapadala po kami ng ganito, ma'am, pwede mo po i-review?" Hala, naging food ko na siya.
Food content na.
Diyos ko.
Parang,
Yun nga, tapos yung recent na with Idara Aesthetics, tapos may mga ano pa ngayon, may mga upcoming pa ngayon. Parang, hala, ang dami kong time.
yeah, it's a good hala.
Oo, pero ayun nga, it started off with, just wanted to help out yung friend kasi wala din silang radio ad pa or wala pang VO talaga. So, pwede yun magamit for the VO thing. So, from there, ang dami na nag-message na magpapagawa din.
Pero imagine, di ba, for them to see you as a person na who can, you know,
Who can advertise a
Easily.
funeral home?
Hindi, Ma'am Chris has a reach. Meron siyang network for herself na she can use to advertise, promote, if not support a friend's business, right? Kasi it all started from that. Now, kumusta? Are you planning to do it on a serious level? Are we still on the nag-e-enjoy lang ako? Kasi di ba sabi mo,
Okay.
people are sending you samples. They're giving you products, if not sharing their services na i-share mo sa public. I would suggest ituloy mo na, gawin mo ng serious business.
I'm even up until now, I'm just enjoying it. Kasi sabi ko nga sa'yo, siguro given the 24 hours lang kasi ang binigay.
Agree.
Oo.
Eh,
Given the time limitation siguro talaga, I'm doing a lot of things. Tapos this one, breather ko na lang siya actually. Parang so if I have time, I'm gonna do it kasi it's something different. I'm not into kasi I don't like routines a lot. So I need something to cut the routines of
okay.
life.
Okay.
So this is something na nag-a-add doon na, uy, let me do something different.
Actually maganda naman kasi sabi mo nga 'di ba parang natural lang siya nangyayari. And sa businesses kasi ang tawag dito is UGC, user generated content. Like I've worked with businesses sa ibang bansa. yes, they do ads, they do organic, pero ang biggest talaga is yung magta-tap sa isang content creator,
Yeah.
'di ba? Tapos mag-produce ng content. So, yun na, may mga affiliates din.
Don't consider myself a content creator.
But we're rooting for you already.
Actually, ma'am, ganun ka na, whether you don't believe it, ganun ka na eh.
So, kamang
Everyone's
Producing
the
content
story.
already, oh.
Usually, ganyan yung sinasabi nila. They started from,
Mm.
parang it's a play thing, and then later it became serious.
gawing brand na lang.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Tingnan mo.
It doesn't mean na
Carl and Kenneth can help you with with
Kasi
technicality.
it doesn't mean na kailangan mo 1 million followers, 100,000 views. Hindi naman
Start
eh.
with
You're
one.
providing value for the business.
Mhm.
And for them, it's like good value for them. Diba? They gave you products. Diba? Siguro probably you're gonna create a contract. Probably. Ganun na kasi sa e-com. Like I've worked with this e-com like supplement brand in Netherlands. They send lots of products to content creators. They can review this. The pay usually depends on how many people bought from your link or from your video. So,
Yeah.
na-track na yan ngayon, di ba? So, you have your following, especially in Sorsogon. Like, sino ba dito ang content creator na nagpo-produce ng content? I think I can only think of 2-3 people aside from Marik.
Yeah.
Chris.
Siya.
Ako talaga
Top of
ikaw.
mind ko right now siya. And also those who work for their company. Like yung mga employees themselves. Like si Pandora,
Ay, hindi siya ma-categorize as user-generated content kasi siya yung owner eh.
yeah.
Di ba? So, parang other than the owner, parang
Yeah.
gano'n.
Wala na akong...
Oo.
Do you know someone?
I think sa friends ko si Christine eh. Nagsa APT din siya eh. So,
Okay.
aside, si Chu wala.
Yeah.
Wala si Chu yata.
Yeah.
Pero si Ma'am Rica is
Yeah.
karamihan. So,
So you see there's
ito siya eh.
there's a market for it,
Mm.
no? Kasi kukonti lang, and then if not, wala at all. Same thing with you as a host, right? Kasi you're ilan ba ang
Oo. Female host sa Sorsogon yan. Actually, halos, may endangered species. Ang female hosts, especially, oo.
So we're actually looking into that na sana may new breed.
Totoo. Actually, parang ang goal ko nga ngayon, although I'm still, parang, madami pa akong, may mga bookings pa ako, may mga upcoming bookings pa. Pero parang right now, ang goal ko talaga is to duplicate myself. Especially when it comes to hosting. Kasi we need more hosts. Totoo po yun. Oo, kailangan ng mas madaming hosts. Especially if talagang magta-thrive yung event industry dito sa atin. Kailangan ng mas madaming hosts. And yung quality hosts.
Yes.
Hindi lang, syempre, madaming hosts. Pero dapat
Yes.
quality host din. So, ayun. Parang ngayon, ang goal ko talaga is ganun. To duplicate myself, especially as a host. Kasi nga, parang, I don't imagine myself naman na 60 years old pa, nag-hosting pa na, give it up. Diba? I don't imagine.
Chilling face naman, di ba?
Parang I don't imagine myself doing that. So, ngayon, feeling ko nasa era na ako
But
na.
you can be our Inca here in Sorsogon. Inca Magday. Diba?
Pero si Inka dati parang,
She does
nakikita ko lang
voiceovers.
siya sa TikTok dati or nauna ba ang TikTok before ang hosting?
I'm not sure.
Voiceover
siya.
Diba?
And then later on, she got recognized. She was recognized because her mom
Was also,
yung voice behind Pal.
Before.
tapos siya din ang nagsalo.
Yes. So you're Inca in Sorsogon City.
Encanto.
Later, Encanto here pala. Yeah, that's an opportunity. We're inviting everyone actually, no? For those who are interested to become a host.
Yes.
Watch out for announcements.
Mhm.
So, as soon as Ma'am Chris becomes available or if she finds...
Actually, I really make time for it. Yung last Saturday, it was supposed to be the only day I would be resting.
But
Pero,
then,
ayun, I
decided.
made time for it kasi,
Kailangan natin ng hosts, guys.
So, yun, may mga free sessions ako.
Wow,
May
free.
mga paid sessions din. Pero, syempre, iba ang perks ng paid sessions.
Yes.
Ayun.
Yeah, Ma'am Chris tries her best to extend her help. If not, give it for free. Possible, no?
Yes.
Galing. Ang galing. Why do I have a feeling na... No, okay, I'm not gonna go into that. But It's important na we try na mag-breed ng new talents. Kasi nga, na-notice ko din yun. Sometimes, nag-i-import pa tayo ng talents from other provinces. Ang laki-laki ng
Yeah, I've had attended weddings here in Sorsogon na who's that host? Pero ano pala yan? Sa Gaspi, parang ganun.
galing ng Albay, galing pa ng...
Same na observation na tapos ako naman since teacher nga ako, 'di ba? So, I get to meet students ng mga potential. So, ang daming potential hosts sa Sorsogon, hindi lang nabibigyan din siguro ng opportunity para ma-build yung portfolios nila.
Yeah.
So,
The
ayun.
confidence.
Kailangan kanila.
Sige.
It's good that we have someone like Ma'am Chris in the province. We'll touch also on the idea of you being kind. Kasi there's the kindness station that you also spearhead together with some other people like John Barquilla, which I can name. I know there's a lot of people involved in this group.
That's my fourth personality, okay.
Yeah.
Sige.
Yeah, the kindness station. Can you share a bit about the kindness station?
Sige, si Kindness Station naman, I started it back in 2020 during the pandemic. Ang main goal niya is to not do dole outs. Dahil parang at the onset, ayoko ng dole out. Unang-una, hindi natin kayang bigyan lahat if it's a dole out. Second, hindi din naman lahat nakakakuha. Tapos yung iba, hindi naman nila kailangan. Tapos meron silang makukuha. Ang iba, parang stuff like those. Tapos at the same time, yung ginawa namin sa Kindness Station is to just set up a booth. Tapos naglalagay kami ng mga goods, rice, canned goods, kahit ano pa yan. During the first Kindness Station, may mga apple, may mga ganyan. Tapos anyone in the community can come in, tapos take anything they want. Tapos kung meron naman anything that they want to share with their communities, pwede nilang iwan sa station. So, ayun, we were very happy na from one station, in just a matter of 1 month, we had around 60 plus stations all over the province. Tapos dumami pa siya ng dumami. Tapos ang very nice pa doon is that yung mga stations na yon were able to sustain themselves. Kasi yung mga tao sa community, pag may extra silang bigas, iiwan nila sa station. Pag meron silang mga coconuts or calamansi, mga fresh na picked from their backyard lang yan, kukunin nila, ilalagay nila dun sa station. So, we started in 2020, pero hindi siya namatay kasi we also do relief operations during, mga typhoons and floods. Tapos ngayon, it's still here until now, and we're really very happy kasi for us, very important sa akin when we started the Kindness Station that we're able to pass the vision. Kasi pag hindi mo na-gets ang vision, bakit may Kindness Station, as observed, nawawala ang station. I mean, yung in-starta nila, hindi siya nasusustain. Pero, ngayon, kaya parang ako very happy ako na ang bilis sa amin ngayon na, may activity tayong ganito. In just a matter of one post, naku, ang daming volunteers. Ngayon actually, next week, meron kaming Heroes Camp. It's on August 23 to 25.
Right.
And we're really very happy kasi at the moment, we have already 300 plus volunteers na nag-sign up. Some are from Naga, meron pang from Manila. Yung sa mga volunteers natin.
Imagine, umabot na kayo ng Manila.
And nakakatuwa talaga na na sa akin nga kasi sa The Kindness Station, parang sa akin lang, you just have to give people a platform to volunteer, to be kind. Tapos, talagang it will happen.
Parang it comes naturally.
Oo.
Yeah.
Parang siyang ano ba yung iteration siya nung nangyari ng pandemic, yung mga may mesa. Sabi mo, ayaw mo na to, pantry.
Yeah.
We came first before ang community pantry. Parang community pantry came mga 6 months after or yan. Pero dito,
Hindi na alam yun.
Tapos we were very happy kasi si Kindness Station, inadopt siya ni Nasa Caritas. Kasi isa sa core members namin, si Ate Jing Ray Henderson. So, inadopt siya ng Nasa Caritas. So, parang after sharing the vision, lahat ng kapilya sa buong Pilipinas, meron silang Caritas Station, Kindness Station.
So, nationwide na to.
Opo, actually, may mga inquiry sa amin noon. Japan, may interviews kami from Japan.
Wow,
na
that's
very much interested
exciting.
with Kindness Station during that time. So, ayun.
Exciting times for the Kindness Station. Watch out for our next episode because we will be inviting John Barquilla to join Ma'am Chris also to discuss more about the project with the Kindness Station. Sobrang exciting, ang daming ganap.
Oo, fourth, ano pa lang yon, personality pa lang yon. I have 18.
Seryoso sa 18?
May budding pa nga na pang
Budding.
19.
Yeah. Pero we're gonna discuss as much as we can right now with the episode. Kasi kanina we've mentioned you as a member of the academy, as a teacher.
Mhm.
You also do hosting gigs. You've also entered social media content creation as an influencer or how do you call it ba? Inka of Sorsogon City. And then now you're also part of an organization, non-profit, the Kindness Station, who helps communities, especially yung mga in times of need like typhoons and floods. Not everyone I think knows this, but you also run a household.
Yes. Actually, oo. Not
Yeah.
everyone, hindi ko alam bakit.
Yeah, kasi nga, we see you as
So
someone,
busy somewhere.
you have so much time. I don't know how she does it, pero she runs a household and you have how many,
I have 4 kids.
you see? Kinaya niyo ba yun?
Oh, and my eldest is already grade 10.
Ang galing. So I don't know how you do it. Ano nga ba? What's the secret?
How do you manage day to day?
Oo.
Hmm.
Doon
A
pa
day in
sa
the life of...
A day in the-
Pero ano, the good thing naman siguro with my schedule now kasi shifting sa SNHS.
Okay.
So, ang shift ko is afternoon.
Mm.
So, in the morning, I have to prepare the baon. May baon serye akong ginagawa at kinakarir ko siya. Oo, I do baon. Tapos, I have to...
Ay, oo, I saw a few. Oo, nag-post
kinakarir
ka
ko
nga.
siya.
Dapat i-content mo yun, ma'am.
Meron siya.
Ano,
Okay.
okay.
Yun nga, may baon serye ako na everyday talaga. I prepare their baon. Tapos, ang funny nga, because I'm doing the baon serye, just last week, yung kaklase ng mga anak ko, nagpapagawa na din ng baon nila sa
So,
akin.
negosyo.
Actually, I bake.
Oo, ay,
Nag-bake na ako ng negosyo. Nag-start siya sa baon
opportunity.
serye kasi, uy, may magbe-bake na din. O sige, sabi ko, pag magbe-bake ako MWF, magpasabay na lang kayo.
Okay.
Tapos hanggang sa Tuesday, may carrot cake
Ano
ka po.
naman?
May,
Okay.
okay. Pero anyway, so ayun,
Bread na yan.
ang good
Let's put
sa
a-
kanya is yun, every morning I do the baon serye. Tapos, yung youngest ko is in kindergarten.
Mhm.
So yun, ako talaga ang naghahatid at naghihintay.
Okay.
So may mga dull time ako ng mga 2 hours because I'm waiting doon sa sa anak ko.
So,
Yeah.
yun yung brainstorming period mo.
Brainstorming with the other 17
Personalities.
personalities. Pero ayun, so ayun, I do the baon,
Okay.
tapos hatid, hintay.
Mhm.
Tapos, after that, pag kaya pa ng oras, hatid muna sa bahay. Pag hindi kaya ng oras, diretso na kami sa school.
Mayo.
So, and then I will just be waiting kung may susundo sa kanya
Mhm.
para makauwi na siya ng bahay. Or minsan, nandun lang siya sa school. And then, I attend to my classes.
Sa afternoon na to.
Afternoon na yun. And then, I end my class at 6 p.m.
Okay.
So, usually, after 6 p.m., it's either, syempre, mamimili ka na naman for the next day's baon, or if I have meetings, ayun, naka-stack yan, 6 p.m. onwards,
6.
meetings after 6. That's during weekdays. During weekends, may mga time naman, like morning, weekends na morning, medyo wala naman yung ginagawa, halos.
Rest
So,
naman daw kasi.
Naman yon. Pero usually, ang gigs kasi, like wedding, Saturday afternoon.
Saturday afternoon. oh.
So, Saturday afternoon na naman, gigs, ganyan. Sunday morning church, pag afternoon, minsan may mga ganap pa, meetings. Usually, ang meetings for gigs, Sunday afternoon
Like
naman
us right
ginagawa.
now.
Oo, so, ayun. So, ganun siya. Tapos, minsan, kaya nga parang, minsan may nagtatanong sa akin, hindi ka pa okay sa ginagawa mo? Nag-bake ka pa, tapos nagtinda ka pa ng ibibake?
Mhm.
So,
Ako din. I'm
Mm.
actually asking you the same.
totoo.
Mm.
Sometimes I really wake up mga 3 a.m. to start baking. Or I bake super late at night so I can sleep a bit longer.
Okay.
And I don't know, pero I enjoy it. It's a therapy for me to bake and to cook.
Uh-huh.
So, ayun. So, with the kids naman, yun, my eldest is grade 10.
Mhm.
So, halos okay naman. My second kid is grade 6.
Mhm.
And then the next one is grade 4.
Okay.
And then yung kindergarten.
The youngest.
Yes, the
Okay.
youngest.
Ilan yung boys, ilan yung
Ah,
girls?
I have 2 girls and 2
Yan.
boys.
Evenly, distributed.
Even distributed. Pero meron nga talaga nagtatanong.
Yeah.
Kasi usually we only go out na yung as a family siguro. Sunday, ganyan, or Saturday pag bakante.
Kasi mga homebodies pa sila, mga babies pa eh. Oo.
Sometimes we find time, like for example, pag may birthday na kung,
Yes,
we travel
Oo.
together.
Oo.
So parang ganun.
Yeah. Okay. I have a feeling if someone is listening to us or watching us on YouTube right now who can actually relate to what you are going through. Kasi not all women discuss this in public. You talk about this within your group, but not with men around, right? Kasi parang ako na-notice ko na yan with my friends who are girls. Laging yan yung topic, yung running a household with my kids and all, and then doing a job at the same time. Pero with men, they don't talk about it. So at least right now, we're listening to Ma'am Chris's story, and I feel like a lot of women, although it's not Women's Month, you make it sound like it's Women's Month, but yeah, she's multifaceted. She does a lot of things, and she makes it look so effortless.
Effortless.
And I hope you keep doing it because I feel like there's so much opportunities coming into your way right now without even asking.
Pero I think that's something siguro, not just for women, but for everybody. Parang feeling ko kasi, we're often told to just be good at one thing. Alam mo yun, na to just have one personality, to just have one identity. In fact, yun din nga sa akin, some people know me only as host Akis. They don't know the rest of me.
Suddenly, nagugulat na lang
Oh,
sila.
pero I think, hindi naman ganun. I mean, we can multitask, we can be in different personalities, we can have different identities, and it doesn't even mean na we're faking the other one.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun?
Agree.
Na, for example, some people tell me that I spread myself so thinly all over the place. Kasi, you see me in arts.
Butterfly.
Oh, parang, you see me in arts exhibits, because I'm also into arts. You see me in as a host. You see me in the academy. Parang ganon. Pero for me, hindi naman eh. Kasi when I do something, I'm doing it with all my heart. So I don't see it as yun nga, spreading myself so thinly over kung saan-saan. Hindi eh. You just saw me everywhere because I'm really everywhere. Because I'm really everywhere.
Mahirap lang siguro yung compartmentalize, no?
Mga
Like you set focus on one.
Mga naka-open ng 9 tabs.
Yeah, in 24 hours na parang iba-iba siya. Pero you're really doing it well because it really doesn't show na tired ka after hearing a lot of things.
Thank you to Idara.
Promote agad. No, seriously, diba? Actually, this is also one of the reasons why we chose you. Because we know you have so much story to tell. And I think so many listeners or viewers right now can relate. Even if hindi man nila yun ginagawa. Like, you being a mom. That's already a big story. Like
No, siguro. That's actually something I tell even young ladies. To be specific, young ladies, na parang if you become a mother, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to forget your passion, that you have to stop doing what you want to do, that you have to stop pursuing your career. Kasi baka i-judge ka na pag ininom mo ang career mo, pinapabayaan mo ang mga anak mo. It doesn't necessarily mean that.
I love it. Okay.
Diba? And young ladies have to realize that they can still be a mom and do whatever it is that they want to do with their lives. Kaya naman yun.
Yes. It may take some time na mag-pause. Just because you're trying to figure things out. But then later on, you can do a lot of things.
Yes. And actually, being exposed to actually sa pangayon sa advocacy ko talaga is to talk to mothers, parents, and even young kids. Kasi when I do sessions, for example, sa oral comm sessions ko, I usually do parang open session siya where kids can tell me an issue that they want to talk about, ganito, ganyan. Alam niyo, sa isa sa mga issue na ino-open up nila, meron akong mga estudyante who would often say that, sana hindi na lang ako pinanganak ni mama.
Oh my.
Not because they hate their moms. Pero sabi nila, if wala sila, siguro mas happy si mama. Or if my mom did not conceive me and gave birth to me, siguro she could have found a better husband or she could have had a better life. So, ang realization ko talaga doon,
Grabe na sasabi nila.
so these are senior high school kids.
Ah,
So ibig sabihin, for moms, even dads, our happiness matters.
mm,
So you don't
Talaga.
have to really pause your life
Mm.
mm,
and think na I'm doing it for my kid.
yeah.
The biggest thing that we can do for our kids is to live a happy life.
Agree.
Tama.
100% agree.
So ayun, kaya
Actually, may mga ganong talaga sa mga bata na nagagawa yun. Kasi kaya ang hirap din sometimes pag nasa later years ka na i-figure out na paano ginawa ng mga parents natin 'to
Yeah,
lahat, 'di ba? So
yeah.
ngayon yung mga bata ngayon mas aware sila sa gano'n.
Exactly. Iba yung nila, iba yung atake.
Awareness.
totoo,
Siguro
totoo.
probably
Atake.
social media,
The
they're
exposure.
connected,
Yeah.
'di ba? Pero dati kasi parang di natin alam eh. We're focused on like living as kids but we don't know the sacrifices
Yeah.
until like
Agree.
years later.
This
This-
time kids are very
Mhm.
very open sila.
It's a very serious topic, pero sometimes as Filipinos, we find ways to make it, funny. Kasi I saw a meme somewhat related to that. Yung AI version na sabi, sana hindi na lang ako pinanganak kasi mahirap yung ganon. Have you seen that?
Then,
Yung bata na yung nagsasalita na, sana hindi na lang ako pinanganak kasi mahirap pala tayo. Parang,
oh yeah, I think I saw that.
nakita mo yun? Funny but serious. No?
Oo.
Para may self-awareness na sila ngayon na parang makitang ang kahirapan sa buhay, 'di ba? Ang
Yes.
struggles, 'di ba? And some maybe are wanting to think na sana grow up na ako agad para makatulong ako sa parents ko, kay mama, kay papa, mga ganun.
So,
So,
majority ng kids ngayon are adulting really young.
Too early,
which is
no?
I think parang good thing kasi parang may something kasi may something to look forward sila sa sa future na tumulong sa parents pero wag naman sa point na they're self-doubting, they're sacrificing their present, 'di ba? Parang ganun.
I'm not a doctor, pero I feel like yung capacity ng brain nila, hindi pa siya developed enough to deal with such,
Stress.
oo. So,
Depending on
siguro,
age, depending
there's
on
time
age.
for that.
Mm.
Pero when you're still a kid, I hope not. Wag muna yung mga ganong serious stuff.
Mm.
Pero
No?
ngayon, madami na din yung gano'n. So, ayun nga, parang so feeling ko, yun nga, if you're a mom, talagang your happiness matters as well. Kasi talagang may impact yun sa mga kids that we're raising. If we want to raise happy kids, it should begin with us.
So I just have to ask you this kasi you've mentioned a lot of things that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is the hardest and which one do you find the easiest to do?
That's a tough question. Wait lang. Easiest and most
Sige,
difficult.
you answer depending on what you feel like. Alin mo na, easiest or hardest?
Hardest, syempre,
Okay.
being a mom.
Mm.
Being a mom because, yun nga, parang,
All around. No?
other than all around ka, you're, ano ba?
The backup.
You're the
backup.
backup. Tapos at the same time, you're raising,
Yeah.
the future for these kids. Ako kasi feeling ko, ako ngayon, personally, ang role ko as a mom is to empower them. So they have to see me empowered. Because you don't just teach empowerment. You lead.
Okay.
So, ayun. So feeling ko, pag nag-fail ako na hindi ako maging empowered as a person, I'm also failing them. So, how do I teach empowerment to them? So, feeling ko, yun ang pinaka-role ko as a person, as a mother, is to empower my kids and to prepare as much as I can kung anong pwede kong i-prepare for them. Because the world is not kind. The world is very cruel. Alam natin yun. So, parang you provide that armor for them. So, ang hirap-hirap because, hindi naman ang hirap-hirap. Challenging siya because, this is what I'm doing, pero, alam mo, ang dami pang factors outside.
Ever-changing.
Oo, ang daming, yun. So, parang, minsan nakaka-anxious isipin na, even if you're exerting a lot of effort, baka kulang pa din, baka you should have done, how should I do it parang better, parang tipong ganon. Tapos hindi, syempre, we don't know of the future.
Parang wala nga siyang handbook, no?
Oo,
To become a mom.
Oo. So, siya talaga ang pinaka-difficult.
Yeah.
Especially when your kids are growing.
Oh, ever-changing again.
Oo.
New needs.
Yun nga, you see them, yung nagbabago ang kids over time. So, it's really the most difficult. The easiest, I guess, is yung pagiging public speaker.
Okay.
When I
Kasi
go
it
around
comes natural,
talking,
no?
when I go around talking, kasi that's just me pouring my heart out. So, parang natural lang talaga siya.
Okay.
Parang, plus, it's something that, hindi ko alam, parang gusto ko din talaga siya gawin.
It's not work for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Parang
Kahit
felt
hosting,
natural.
actually, it's not that tiring because I love doing it. Parang, kaya lang yun, sa weddings, especially when, for example, for me, ano siya sa akin, parang treat siya for me, seeing, for example, pag may nakita ko na yung, sabi ko nga, magkaiba yung feeling pag yung kinakasal are young lovers,
Diba?
and then you get to see another pair, another part, yung couple na they've had bad relationships, tapos nag-meet sila again at the age of 40, 50, tapos eto kinasal sila. Iba ang feeling. Iba din ang feeling ng mga celebrating their 50th anniversary. It's also different. And for me, I'm very I find myself very lucky to have witnessed these love stories, even just to see a glimpse of it. So,
Oh.
na-enjoy ko yun.
Yeah.
Kaya pag nandun ako sa mga hosting events ko, especially if wedding, pinifeel ko lang talaga ang moment. That's where the spills come in.
Okay.
So, na-enjoy ko siya. So, it's basically not work for me.
Book Akis.
Yeah, we're gonna post the link of
Yes.
Akis
Yeah,
na, like,
where you can
social
find
media.
her for her
If
service.
you want to contact her for hosting services or for to review your products or businesses,
Your
diba?
products.
If not, if you want Akis to teach you how to host, right?
Ay, yes po. I also go around barangays, by the way, to discuss certain things.
Grabe.
Ako ng mga forum, may mga talk sessions ako with the youth, with adults. So, I also do that. Some for free.
Mostly actually.
Mostly for free kasi I really want to do it.
Yes. I noticed. So guys, better watch out for announcements to come after this podcast because I feel like she has so much on her
Facts
list.
to share, yeah.
Ang dami niyang gustong gawin, which is actually ginagawa na niya ngayon. And we're lucky to have her with us today. Kenneth, is there anything you'd like to share or ask Ma'am Akis before we let her go? Nabilib ka ba? Superwoman, no? Grabe. Carl.
Siguro
Time
yung
management.
question ko kasi parang like you've been a teacher for 16 years. Were there instances like your previous students came back to you and nagpasalamat sa iyo by
Yeah.
sense of gratitude? Paano mo?
Ay, that's the best feeling of being a teacher. Oo naman. Oo. Pag merong estudyante na bumalik sa'yo saying thank you, or mga estudyante nag-reconnect pa rin with you and updating you na, ma'am, nakapasa ako, architect na ako. Ma'am, may ano ka na, may engineer ka na. Or, ma'am, attorney na ako. It's really a very good feeling. Meaning, kasi yun lang din naman ang prayer ko when I started teaching. I wanted to have an impact. Ayoko naman yung I think I'm the kind of teacher who goes beyond concepts. I don't like just teaching concept kasi feeling ko kaya ako nagustuhan din sa teaching because I felt like hindi naman seat of power pero the classroom was the avenue, was a platform for me to change the world. Charot. Pero legit yun. Legit yun. When I graduated from college, when I started teaching, I wanted to change the world. Totoo yun.
That's what's on your mind.
Teaching talaga is one part of it. Like for me, I can identify the core teachers na nagmold talaga sa life ko siguro, sa like one part being a generalist, like investing heavily on like English speaking. So sa akin naman siguro parang may certain kind of regret na di ko pa sila napapasalamatan at some point. Siguro, ano ba mga nagpapasalamat sa mga usually mostly women or men or combination?
Hello sila. Minsan, ang sobrang ang siguro nakaka-touch ay yung mga pasaway.
Yun.
Mga sobrang pasaway ng estudyante. Sometimes, pag nag-college na sila, may mga college na magbe-message na, ma'am, dapat nagbati ako sa imo. And then, pero eventually, when you see your students na thriving din in life, that's it. Pero ayun, parang, yun nga, I've had a number of students parang say thank you, or sometimes you don't even really have to say thank you. Kasi for me, that's my job.
Yeah.
You don't have to thank me for something. And in fact, na parang bad naman siya, pero not only am I paid for it, pero I've vowed to do it with my license,
Yeah.
'di ba? Parang kung sa doktor meron ano ba ang mga vows sa
Yeah.
doctor, 'di ba? If they have that, for teachers they also have that. Parang we vow to
Feel mo lang talaga.
oh,
yung
this is the
purpose mo.
commitment
Mm.
we have with you kasi yun naman talaga dapat. I just did what I had to do.
And I bet siguro more students will siguro ang iba nahihiya lang sa kanila mag-message sa'yo siguro. Aside sa mga nag-message na, marami diyan nahihiya ako din part siguro.
Ako din, actually.
Ako din parang,
Oo.
'di ba?
I don't know
May
why.
gusto kang pasalamatan pero
Gusto ko pa siya i-find
parang,
out why.
oo.
Why is it hard for me to...
Alam mo kung bakit? Parang figure out ko. Parang something, gusto mo kasi parang partly parang gusto mo siyang maging engrande yung papasalamat mo sa kanya. May part na ganun siguro. Or
You have something to show off.
hindi naman, parang gusto mo parang big grander gesture.
Gusto mo maganda yung...
Oo, sobrang tagal, sobrang grander
Yeah.
gesture.
Probably.
Oo.
Pwede. But yeah, just to wrap things up, kasi we've been talking about the things that you do right now, the things that you've done in the past. What are you looking forward to, Ma'am Chris? Be it in your career as a teacher, a host, now a social media influencer or content creator, and also sa mom. In general, how do you see yourself?
In general, I think of retiring mga in my 40s.
Gusto ko na rin mag-retire.
No, in my 40s. Ang plan ko talaga is to
Retirement at
retire in
40.
my 40s.
Yeah.
So I can do more of the
More
things I
stuff.
want to do.
Mm.
Parang, ayun.
Exactly.
Yes. We're rooting for you, ma'am.
Yes.
Retire at 40. Ang ganda ng very specific. Wala akong Gusto ko lang mag-retire, walang edad.
Kasi parang before is parang they really want us to retire like 60, 65. Pero the younger generation, di ba, they want to experience more in life, di ba? They've given like 20 years already. Like,
Yes.
so I think there's more to life. So want to retire early.
Exactly.
We're rooting for you, Ma'am Chris. Ako lang yun talaga yung masasabi ko for today. And thank you so much for
Thank you.
gracing the studio today and for giving us a chance to talk to you here sa 4700 podcast. That's all, guys. Thank you.